Nvidia is at it again. They announced a 10-to-1 stock split, and there are a lot of questions that need to be answered. If you currently own shares of Nvidia, should you start to take money off of the table? Should you start to sell some portions of this stock? If you don't own the stock, is this your opportunity to buy now? Should you buy before the stock split, or should you buy after the stock split? Or if you own shares now, should you continue buying? Because the stock is already up 130% in just the last 6 months alone. And what does the stock split mean? Is this stock going to continue to grow at this astronomical level? Let's go ahead and break it down, because this is wild. Okay, so Nvidia announced yet again another stock split. And I say that because just in 2021, they did a 4-to-1 stock split back when the stock was at what the time that we thought was an astounding $600 a share. Now it is close to 1,000. Now, when we got to this AI boom, and I've done a video about this, and there are times when I'm right and I talk about it, and there are times where I'm wrong and I'm gonna talk about it. I thought that this AI thing was going to be a bubble. And in some cases, it was. Where you had some restaurants, I say restaurants, you had some businesses, some words, particularly restaurants, talking about AI, where it was just say, hey, I'm going to just say the word AI enough times for our stock price to go up, and we never really do anything about it, okay? And then you had some companies like Nvidia that were absolutely about the AI business. And in fact, they are so much about the AI business that just the AI business alone was up 427% year over year. So this year compared to last year, so far this year compared to last year from their last earnings report. And this is still the tip of the iceberg for Nvidia. So yeah, they have absolutely benefited from it. That's not their only business line. And again, I still think they've got room to grow. And this, to me, gives me some justification, because sometimes when a stock grows by 1,000%, y'all know what I say, is that company really 1,000% better? Well, in this case, I'm like, hey, I mean, you did grow by 400% in this particular category, and the stock did only grow by 133%. So, I mean, maybe, right? Now, in this particular comparison, no, it's not apples to apples, because I just gave you a year compared to 6 months. So, you know, argue amongst yourselves, okay? And no, just because revenue grows by one category compared to an entire year, no, the stock price is not supposed to be connected to revenue, okay? I get that, but I'm just making some generalizations here. You guys get it. Did the company grow? Did the stock price grow? That's what I want to see. And in this case, they have both exploded, which is good, which is what we want to see. But here's the thing. On June 10th, the stock price is going to split. What does that mean? Now, if the stock price is around $1,000, we don't know what the stock price is going to be, and it's going to happen on June 10th, okay? June 10th is the date. If it's around $1,000, that means that every one share that is $1,000 would now be $100. This is cosmetic. It is basically putting paint on a house, putting paint on a car. It's not going to make the car faster. It's not going to make the house bigger. You don't get an extra room by painting your house. The room doesn't get any bigger. It may look bigger when you paint a room in your house, but it ain't bigger, okay? And what that does is basically you will look at your account. You'll have one share for $1,000. You'll wake up, refresh your account, and then you'll have 10 shares for $100. The value is still the same. You will not make or lose any money by virtue of the split. Okay, I have to say it multiple times because people will think, I say it all the time, every single time we do any split, just like Walmart, just like Chipotle, just like Tesla and Apple and Google and Amazon just a few years ago. So, oh my God, I made money or I lost money. No, none of those things happen. A split just happened. Okay, sometimes you look at your app will say you lost 300%. No, the apps are just weird. They take some time to recalibrate, but you actually did not lose or make any money just by the split. That's just a split. Okay, nothing actually happened on that particular day. However, there is something that is very, very likely to happen, and that is this. Now, one, we do think that, I think we're all, on this accord, we do think Nvidia is going to continue to grow. No, it is not a guarantee, but a stock that has been this hot, in an area that has been this hot in technology and AI specifically, we do expect it to continue to grow. But here is the thing. This is what I am focused on. And when I tell you after this split, I'm going to be on this, okay? This is the thing. When this becomes cheaper, it is going to be eligible, or let me say this, more affordable to do more options trading. And this is where I'm not gonna say all of my money is made, but a lot of my money is made, and a lot of other people's money is made in options trading, particularly covered calls. Now, I've done videos where I've shown you guys receipts where I have made $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 or more using this particular strategy. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, every time you do an options strategy, I don't have $50,000 or $60,000, $70,000 to do it on a stock that's $1,000. I ain't got it. What I can do though is if Nvidia is $100, I can start to use options on a company like Nvidia that has the potential to grow quite well as it has in the past. So I can start to do covered calls on Nvidia. If I am starting to do it, I ain't the only one. And there are going to be several other people buying up even more shares of Nvidia, doing covered calls and other option strategies, plural, and then it could even accelerate the stock even more. On top of, right, that's not going to be the only thing, but on top of the natural growth of the stock and on top of the excitement of a regular stock split. Now, some people will argue with me about this, but there is a natural excitement, whether it is just psychological or not. People get excited about stock splits. People buy companies for a stock split, whether it makes sense or not. And that's the thing. The value of Nvidia doesn't really change because of a stock split. However, I can look at my traffic in videos, I can look at my mention in videos, or you can look at any Yahoo Finance or wherever. People get excited about stock splits. They make it feel more affordable and feel like, oh, because it's $100, I can buy more of the stock, even though with almost any app now, you could have bought fractional shares and got the same amount anyway. It doesn't really matter what the stock price is. You can get it now anyway. If you got $50, you can go buy it now. It doesn't matter if it's $100 or $1,000. You can get the stock now, but it makes it feel more affordable. It puts the company back into the news and people get more excited. Again, Chipotle, one of my biggest videos that month was a Chipotle video, even though you could have started to buy it when it's $2,000 a share. Okay, same thing with Walmart and several other companies. People get excited, usually, not all the time, those stocks start to rise. So when you start to combine those things, Nvidia was already doing well. It was already a $1 trillion company. The earnings report was very good. They are doing a stock split, and it is going to become more affordable to do a lot of options trading strategies. I can't say that this company is going to blow, it is going to explode, because it already has. I mean, on anything that's up already 100% in the last 6 months, it's done that, right? Any company that's up 500% in the last year, it's already done that. So you can't explode when you've already exploded, but it's already on that path. I don't really see anything that's in the way to stop that. I'm not here to say it's going to do that for forever. I've got to be realistic. At some point, okay, it's not going to go on for eternity, but I don't see a cliff here either. And as a long-term investor, I'm gonna be on this cliff until then, right? And we've seen me be on that cliff in 2022 when I continued to hold when the company did not do well. That's what long-term investors tend to do. So what am I going to do with the company? What have I done that I normally do not do? One thing I have done that we may not have talked about is I have sold small portions of Nvidia, and that is to keep myself even keel, because as the company has grown extremely well, I can't have all of my money in one company. Okay, if a company is growing at 100% every 6 months or 200% every year, I can't have Nvidia eat up everything. Okay, so I have started to sell very, very small portions. For example, if I have $8,000 in Nvidia, every 6 months or so, I'll sell like $500 off. It's not in a retirement account for me, so I can sell it and, you know, pay for something fun, go on a vacation or something like that, or sell it and put it into an index fund or something else. That's what I personally have been doing. I have not sold major portions of it. I don't want to do that because I want to continue to own a good quality company. And it's something I always do. We always talk about it right in this time of the year, during the midpoint of the year, to keep my portfolio even and to make sure I am relatively balanced. This ain't new. Okay, this is not new for me at all. So that is kind of what I'm doing. I will start to buy more. I'm going to have to, because I do want to start to do more covered calls. As we do that, I will do a video on how covered calls work. We've done these before. You guys know that I'm starting to do that with NRG. You guys know I did that with PACCAR. If you want to know more about how covered calls work, how much money I've made doing that, you can watch more about that video here.